What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another video. A rant, a rave, a talk, a discussion, a ramble, a vent about America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not even going to ask y'all to subscribe and turn the bell notification on. That's how ridiculous I feel. Anyway, so, and then I don't know if I'm coming down with something, but my voice is top-notch, A+ 100 this Monday morning. So yesterday, the Cowboys fell to the Green Bay Packers 34-24, I believe was the final score, in Jerry World. And Aaron Rodgers once again proves that he is superior when it comes to playing in Jerry World, because the guy has lost only twice his entire life in that place. And I thought yesterday was going to be 2 or 3, but I was incorrect. Unfortunately, we lost. We, very impressively, we were down 31-3 at one point, and we came back to 31 to, I think we cut it to 31-24 at one point. And I was just like, or 34, yeah, it's 20, yeah, 34-24. And I was impressed. I was like, oh, we might actually, I was texting this guy that I went to college with, and he's a big Cowboys fan, and he was like, I think this is going to be a comeback. And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind a comeback right now, because I don't think that was the best football we've ever played. And they looked shell-shocked, is what Aikman and Joe Buck called it, the Cowboys. They looked shell-shocked on the sidelines, because this wasn't supposed to happen like this. They were supposed to, because the Cowboys were 3.5-point favorites going into this game. And we go down the field, Dak throws a pick. We go down the field, we have to punt. We go down the field, we have to punt. And we were playing catch-up the entire game, and that's not what this Cowboys offense and defense are used to doing. We're actually used to putting our nose to the grindstone and getting stuff done early and often. But geez, man, that game yesterday, not only did the Green Bay Packers outplay us, we had more yards than they did, and they had pretty much everything else. So it's like it's like a popularity contest. Yeah, you have all these friends, but none of them are really voting for you. So the other guy wins. It's like, we have more yards. Well, guess what? They have more touchdowns. They have more turnovers. They have better time of possession. So there you go. Anyway, and this is the second week in a row I'm going to complain about this. It's not a coincidence, because we've lost both these games, but the officiating was just awful yesterday, y'all. It was terrible yesterday. Not as, might be worse. I don't know. Calling pass interference on Amari Cooper twice last week was ridiculous, I thought. But they stepped their game up this week, and some of the penalties that they were calling, I was like, you've got to be joking me. And then there were 3 or 4 times where it was the Packers' ball, and I can't tell you how many times I saw that play clock in double zeros, and the refs only called 1 delay of game. I was like, you've got to be joking me, because it seems like the refs were giving the Packers some very what's the term? I can't even remember the term. Very ticky-tack calls. We're going the Packers' way. That pass interference on Byron Jones wasn't a pass interference. I don't know what the hell that was. Let's see, what else? There was a roughing the passer, I think, on Aaron Rodgers at one point, where even I was kind of scratching my head. They did call a roughing the passer on the Packers once, and that made no sense. I was like, well, thanks for the free 15 yards, I guess. But even me being a Cowboys fan, I was looking at my wife, and I was like, what the hell did they call? Why Why is that a thing? Why did they call that? Because like Dak kind of was moving around in the pocket, and one of the Packer players kind of smacked him on the helmet, and Dak took off for a first down and then some. And then I saw the flag. I was like, oh, great. They're going to call holding on the offensive line. They're going to call illegal block in the back on one of the receivers, something ridiculous. And then they called personal foul, roughing the passer. I was like, wait, what? Okay. And then we got to talk about that interception. The Michael Gallup. Jeez, man. King, I think his last name is King, was pretty much smacking Michael Gallup in the head multiple times, just smacking him. And then by the time Gallup turned around, I guess he was discombobulated or something, because he turned around and the ball was like at the opposite side of what he was expecting. So the Packers got a pick off of us. So it was just, and then they didn't call it. And even Mike Pereira was like, it was past the 5 yards. So that definitely should have been a penalty, but of course they didn't call it. But that was ridiculous. So the 3 picks that Dak had last night, I'm going to call it last night, only one of them was his fault. The first one bounced off Cooper's hands. The second one, oh yeah, full-fledged Dak's fault. Third one, the guy pretty much was just mugging Michael Gallup. So even though it was 3, I think Dak should have only been at fault for 1, if I'm being completely honest. And then that guy, I can't even remember his name, the defensive tackle that kept shoving his hands in our center's mask, like Martin's mask and stuff like that. It's just like, what are you doing? And of course they weren't calling anything on that. And that player also fell down due to injury. Every time the Cowboys were going down the field, every time that they were doing something, it seemed like this guy was on the carpet, just oh, I'm hurt, oh, my knee, oh, my leg, oh, my aorta, my duodenum is acting up. It's like, what the hell is this guy doing? So what I'm trying to say is, yesterday was a very interesting game for the Dallas Cowboys. And in all honesty, we better not look like that when we play the Jets, because if we lose to the Jets, man, Jay Gruden's not going to be the only NFC East quarterback that's going to get fired. That might actually be, if we lose to the Jets in that fashion, then Garrett's probably going to get fired. Just ridiculous. I don't really think that the officials helped us any. We didn't help ourselves any playing catch up the entire game, but by God, did we try to come back. So I'm just really frustrated because yeah, we started 3-0, but that was against 3 garbage teams, and then we barely lose to the Saints in New Orleans, and we lose to the Packers by 10 at, we might as well just call it Rogers Stadium, or A.A. Ron Dome or something like that, because that guy he owns that stadium. You win a Super Bowl there, you get pretty comfortable and confident every time you play in that place. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Sorry for my voice once again. And I don't know if I'm coming down with something, or the weather change is killing me, because it's cold and it feels amazing with this autumn breeze, and I just love it. Anyway, guys, how did your team do this week? Let me know down below in the comments. And also, if you guys could please just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. The Huskies video will be up this week. Actually, tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow. So if you guys could please take a gander at that, I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go to work. I've been putting this off for too long. I really didn't want to get out of bed this morning. All right, guys. Thank you so much once again for dropping by. And always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most. And y'all take it easy, guys. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys. Say it with me, everybody. How about them Cowboys? Damn it. Bye, guys.